For the next 5 nights, we'll be staying in a private bungalow that only costs us $10 a night.
We have come to Pai. Situated in northern Thailand, about a 3-hour drive from Chiang Mai, Pai is known for its beautiful natural landscapes like its waterfalls and hot springs, and it's also known as a place you travel to and then never want to leave. But getting to Pai is quite an interesting journey, so before we show you our place, let's show you how we got here.
Good morning everyone, and welcome to the day that I have been dreading. We are going to Pai today. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm excited to be in Pai. I'm just not excited to go to Pai. And that is because we've read it's a horrible, horrible drive with over 700 turns and a lot of people being sick. I have the weakest stomach in the world. This is not going to be fun.
As they got ready to depart, all our bags were loaded on top of the van and they were strapped in, kind of, and they hoped for the best.
Alright, we've made it into the bus. 4 hours to go. Wish us luck. Also, we came prepared and we took some motion sickness tablets. We thought they were chewable. I'm pretty sure they weren't because both of our tongues are numb. We've made it to our pit stop in one piece, but I swear we've been going around some corners on 2 wheels. So we're about halfway now at our pit stop at this kind of like a service station type place. It's kind of superhero themed because we've got Superman behind us and I'm staring at the Hulk right now.
There are toilets here, it costs $3 to get in, but extra even more if you want toilet paper. So bring some tissues or toilet paper because it's a bit of a rip to pay for use the toilet. They're not got toilet paper, but that is pretty common here in Thailand, especially when you're in these rural type areas. It's not great. Risky choice, I'm aware, very risky choice, but I'm very hungry.
We made it. And so that is how we've made it to Pai. We've now walked to the end of the walking street, walked over this interesting bamboo bridge, and arrived at our bungalow, which we're going to call home for the next 5 nights.
Let me show you around our private little bungalow here in Pai. We've got an interesting entranceway. We've got to go up this little ladder. And now we're on our little balcony area. So we have a hammock, some cushions, a little table, and then the entranceway to our beautiful little bungalow. So as we come into our little bungalow, there's not a whole lot in here, but it's exactly what we need. We have a window. Got a mosquito net to use overnight. Apparently it gets quite cool here in Pai overnight, so we do have a nice big blanket as well. We have one light just over here and one power socket for charging our stuff. We have a fan in the corner which we're yet to use. It's actually not too hot in here today, but it's just so cool to look at the different materials that have gone into making this little bungalow. Like the walls are kind of thatched. We have this stuff on the roof to kind of insulate it a little bit. And if we come back out onto the balcony, these are giant leaves. It's so cool. So while our bungalow is private, the bathrooms and showers are not, they are shared. So I will show you. There are 2 lots of bathrooms here and showers. I'll take you to the first one. So behind me is the first toilet and shower block. There's 1 shower and 3 bathrooms. Now the toilets are not flush toilets, well they're manual flush toilets, so they're not drop dunnies, so they actually smell fine, like there's no bad smell. But you pour water in and that helps kind of manually flush everything through, which is kind of cool. Showers have hot water most of the time. Sometimes you have to wait for it to warm up a little bit, but it's all pretty easy. And then there is another toilet and shower block at the front of the place as well. So I think there are 15 huts here, but it's not too bad. Everyone's pretty relaxed. Everyone showers at different times of day, so it's been pretty nice. And as you can see, all the huts are kind of in 2 rows. So if you get a hut in the front row, you get some pretty nice mountain views. We're in the back row. Just here. That's our little home for the next 5 nights, which is pretty nice, but it's just super quiet. A lot of people have been staying here for a long time. We're not really in a party area, so it's nice and quiet and serene.
And if you're interested in checking out this accommodation, we'll put a link in the description below. As we said, the walking street in the Pai town is so close, only a 5-minute walk, so we're heading there now to get some food.
Now while we wait for our food, I'll give you a few tips on the bus journey here to Pai. So there are a few different transport options. People generally pick between the minivan hiring a car, a private driver, or scootering here on your own. So for us, we don't ride scooters, we don't ride motorbikes or anything like that, so the minivan made the most sense to us. I think we paid 150 baht per person, I believe it was, and a few little tips. So when you arrive at the bus station in the morning, there will be a piece of paper on each of the buses which will say the names of the people in that bus and what seat number you've been assigned. Now, if you're someone who gets motion sick and wants to guarantee you get that seat right up the front like we did, book direct through PRIVATE, which is the company we use, and on their website you can pay 10 baht extra per person per way to select your seat. I believe if you book through any third parties like One2Go, you can't pre-select a seat, so you just get what you're assigned. So that is a big tip. Secondly, as we mentioned, we did take travel sickness medication. It is literally advertised on the websites where you book the tickets to take travel sickness medication. You can get Dramamine at 7-Eleven or a chemist like a Boots, and that's generally what people take. We just took a generic brand, Dramamine, same thing. We took 2 each. We looked up, you can take 1 to 2. And like I said, we both felt fine, aside from moving around so much, but we didn't actually feel sick. So definitely recommend doing that, but wasn't too bad.
If you guys have seen any of our other videos from Thailand, particularly Chiang Mai, you'll know that we've become obsessed with cow soy. So of course we had to order it. We're gonna find out if cow soy is as good in Pai as it was in Chiang Mai. It's good, different, but good. It's spicier. Not super spicy. I'm fairly sure that this is spaghetti though and not noodles.
If you missed our last video, we actually did a cooking class in Chiang Mai, and one of the dishes we learned to cook was cow soy, and also what I've ordered is massaman, and we also learned to cook that, which is pretty cool. So if you missed that video, we'll link it up there. We had the best time. Bit different, bit spicier, but just as delicious. Good massaman curry? Yeah, pretty good. Probably not the best I've ever had, but my bar is pretty high after being in Thailand for a couple of weeks now.
What about the banana shake?
Always incredible.
Run away to your escape. Run away, you're never too far to run. Run away to your escape. Run away.
It is such a relaxing vibe here in Pai at our bungalow. We have spent the afternoon relaxing on our little balcony. Rosh is editing on the hammock. It's just super pretty, quiet and relaxing. I mean, quiet except for the cows that keep charging around the bungalow, but it's just so serene here. And now I think it's time for us to head back into town and get something to eat for dinner.
It's only about a 5-minute walk to the hustle and bustle of Pai, and the walking street in Pai is even cooler at night.
We've made it back into town, and it is so pretty in here at night. There are like these lanterns which looked amazing during the day, but now at night they're all lit up. All the street food vendors are out on the street, and it's just like a completely different scene to during the day, and it's absolutely beautiful.
And if you're looking for something a little different to Thai food after eating a lot of it, there's heaps of options here. We've seen pizza, we've seen Mexican, Indian, you name it. So it seems like Pai has a huge variety of different cuisines. Okay, so you know how I said there's heaps of different cuisines here in Pai? Don't judge us, but we're getting Mexican.
It has been so long since we've had Mexican food. I mean, probably not. We probably had like fake Mexican food in America, like Taco Bell. Rosh had it Christmas Day. It feels like a long time. We have Mexican on the weekly at home. It is part of our routine to have Mexican food. I'm pretty excited. Okay, we're all cozy in bed now. There's something so weird about wearing thermals to bed in Thailand. The last 2 weeks we've been sweating all night, but it is super chilly here in Pai. But we're gonna pull our mosquito net down and have our first full night's sleep here in Pai.
See you in the morning. It is a cold, misty morning here in Pai today, so I think it's time we get warm by getting some coffee and breakfast. And something that we forgot to mention is that our $10 a night accommodation also includes breakfast. Good morning, girls. How was your shower?
Really hot. Really hot. It's nice. It's so weird, like showering and hearing cows and roosters and stuff like that. It's so cool. We haven't done this for a long time, so it's nice.
Not much beats homemade banana pancakes. In front of the fire, might I add.
We just had an amazing breakfast. We were spoiled for choice. You could pick banana pancakes, scrambled eggs and toast, or fruit and muesli. So we'll have to try out all three during our 5 nights here. We all sat around the fire because it was still quite chilly this morning. But now the sun's coming out, it's warming up, and we're gonna sit out here on our little balcony, do a bit of work, and just take in the atmosphere.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you haven't already, consider checking out our Patreon link down in the description below for some exclusive behind the scenes content. But anyways, back to our time in Pai. Guys, we're already making friends here, not just with humans, but with cats as well, the feline species, who I think they might be a little bit too comfortable. She's placed herself on my towel, and I'm allergic to cats, so it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. So it turns out if you make friends with one cat, you make friends with all the cats, and I think now we're the cat bungalow. Just doing some work with my assistant. So I got off my chair from editing because one of the cats went into our bungalow, and I didn't think that was okay, so I went in, got the cat out of the bungalow, came out, and now both cats have taken my chair. Please explain.
We have come out tonight to Pai Walking Street, which is where pretty much everything is going on in Pai and definitely comes to life at night. Turns into a walking street, so streets lined with markets, but this is also where we come during the day and there's a lot of restaurants and cafes and whatnot. But we're gonna have some street food tonight here in Pai. We've picked up some curry puffs to start off with. We have a potato and chicken and a chicken massaman curry. Feel pretty hot and fresh. And these were 15 baht a piece. That tastes really good. I don't know how to describe it. It tastes a bit like curry, but I'd say more like a Indian or like Sri Lankan type curry rather than a Thai curry. It's really, really good. That one's not bad either. I think I prefer the potato and chicken, had a really nice spice, a bit more of like a traditional curry puff flavour.
As we mentioned yesterday, there are so many different cuisines you can eat here in Pai, and we're mixing things up. I know that we've just had a little taste of like a savoury dinner, but we're dipping our toes into Japan because we've got some chocolate mochi and strawberry daifuku. They both look really good and they're massive, so I'm excited to try it. Oh! It's sticking to my mouth. It really sticks. Not as cold as I anticipated. Texture is interesting. That's like a real safety hazard. That is the stickiest thing I've ever eaten. Really tasty, but kind of hard to get down. Mine had like just liquid filling, but Stacey's has a massive strawberry in it as well. How was it?
Delicious.
Now everyone knows the food that you're meant to eat straight after eating really sticky daifuku is pad thai. So that's exactly what we're doing. We got some 50 baht pad thai just off a vendor here on the side of the road, but really, really popular. I think it's going to be some good pad thai.
And to finish our day, we of course had to get some Nutella roti. If you missed our first Chiang Mai video, this is one of our favourite things in Thailand and is the absolute biggest tourist pleaser thing. It's definitely not Thai, but it is so delicious and it just does not taste as good when you make it at home. It's so good. I don't know why. Okay, we're all tucked into bed. Mosquito net is down. We're all rugged up. It's a bit chilly here overnight, but we're loving it so far and we can't wait to see what tomorrow brings. So good night and we'll see you in the morning. It is definitely such a relaxing vibe here in Pai, especially at our accommodation. There are a lot of people here who've been staying here for months. One guy has been here 3 months so far, which is pretty crazy, but that's what we have heard about Pai, is that people tend to come here and then they never really leave. So we're definitely loving it. It's so nice in the mornings, waking up and just like getting out of bed, walking over, just sitting around the fire and talking with everyone. A bunch of people doing long-term travel like us. And we're really enjoying obviously exploring Pai, but just spending time here in our bungalow, up on our little balcony doing editing. We've been playing some Monopoly Deal as well and just taking in the atmosphere. We've noticed a lot of people around here just tend to relax here in Pai and not necessarily do too much, but we definitely will head out and explore a bit beyond the town, which will be in our part 2 video, so make sure you stay tuned for that.
So today is Saturday, which means that the Saturday market is on here in Pai, and we've heard some pretty cool stories about this market. But as we've likely mentioned before earlier in this video, it's only a short walking distance from our accommodation to the walking street of Pai. Now the market is not on the walking street, but it is still in the town of Pai. Stace seems to think it's about a 2-kilometre walk for us, which will be good to get our legs moving after a fair bit of relaxing in our bungalow. But my favourite part of the walk is definitely going over that bamboo bridge, because you don't do that very often. It's our first bamboo bridge of the trip. I wonder how many more we'll see.
We made it to the market and we're starving. It's almost 2 p.m. now, so first order of business was getting something to eat, and we picked up some samosas. Similar to other places in Pai, they really have a lot of everything here. It's a lot more kind of like healthy food, like Buddha bowls and things like that, which we've seen a lot of vegan and vegetarian food, which is cool. I saw lasagna. But we've gone with samosas. We've got 1 chicken and 2, I think it was potato, onion and maybe green beans. They look pretty good, they feel nice and piping hot, and it was 3 for 99 baht.
That's good. It's like a curried chicken flavour. I like it. Alright, Stace just left me for a little bit to go grab some more food. She said she was going to go get a donut, which I approved of. But she's come back with more than just a donut. That doesn't look, I mean, to be fair, donuts aren't Thai. But that definitely doesn't look like Thai food to me.
And it's a sourdough donut apparently, so I'm pretty excited. It's been quite some time since I've had a donut actually. We like lived on donuts in Europe for breakfast, so.
And why do we have pizza?
Pizza looks pretty good. They were at the same stand, which, you know, makes sense. Donuts and pizza. So I was just tempted, you know. Pizza was 40 baht, donut was 35 baht. Okay, I just demolished that pizza. It was actually really, really good. But now it's time to try my sourdough donut. So soft and fluffy. That was really good texture, really good. So amongst all the food stalls and craft stalls and things like that, there are a bunch of people doing like different circus things like juggling and hula hoops and stuff like that. Now when I was reading up on Pai, I believe there is a circus school in Pai, or maybe multiple circus schools in Pai. I think it's like kind of a thing here, and I think there's even a hostel with a circus school built in, and so if you stay at the hostel you can attend some of the classes. So I don't know if these are people from the classes trying to like promote themselves and stuff like that, or if you're meant to join in. I don't know, but it's kind of cool.
And as we near the end of this video, Stace and I have been talking about how different our experience would have been here in Pai had we stayed in town and not in these like remote feeling bungalows, because they're not actually remote. It's like a 5-minute walk into town. They just feel really remote. It's so quiet. We've literally got cows outside our window, and it's obviously just like such simple living, lounging here on the hammock. It would have been a totally different experience. There's a lot going on in the town. A hostel is obviously totally different to sleeping in a bungalow like this, and I think if you're thinking about coming to Pai, I can't recommend staying in a bungalow like this enough, because this is how I think you should experience Pai. It's such a nice place to disconnect if you'd like to, and so many people have come here, as we probably mentioned earlier in the video, and just don't want to leave, and we're definitely feeling that as well. And don't let the shared bathroom situation put you off. It's honestly not bad at all, and if you're worried about like the manual flush, it's nothing. It is literally nothing. It's just pouring water into the toilet. Do not let that stop you from experiencing Pai like this, because you will not regret coming here. And as we've said earlier in the video, we've left a link to this accommodation in the description below if you'd like to come check it out, and we cannot recommend it enough. I think I shouldn't have engaged with the cats on the first day. They're very comfortable in our bungalow. Not sure what to do. You can't sleep here. Sadly, it's our last dinner here in Pai, so we've come out for some Thai food. And I've got a Thai tea, cold version. I really, really like this, guys. If you're in Thailand, you have to try it. It tastes like this, it's obvious, but it tastes like really strong of tea, but it doesn't taste like iced tea. It's just really, really nice. It's like drinking a hot tea cold, and what it actually tastes like. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, I think I do. And it's always got this like foam on top as though they frothed the milk, but it's never hot. I don't, it's a mystery to me, but it's just like a real creamy tea. I like it a lot. Stacey's obviously got her banana smoothie, and I've gone with the pad see ew, and Stacey's gone with some fried rice.
I'm being boring tonight, guys, but I just feel like some fried rice. And just like that, our time here in Pai has come to an end. We're taking in the quiet mornings just one more time before we get on our bus today. But fortunately for you, there is one more Pai video to come. We're going to test whether it's possible to explore all the incredible sights in this region without a scooter. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that video. Let us know in the comments below if you enjoyed the video, and if you've ever been to Pai, we'd be very interested to know your thoughts. But anyways, that's all for today, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.